Good morning, good morning, good morning. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and you are breathing. Today is Saturday, June the 29th, 2024, and I would like to welcome you all to This is Just a Thought with Stephen Cornick Gay. Hope everyone is enjoying their Saturday or will enjoy their Saturday. Hey, enjoy the weekend. Most of us may have the weekend off, and then there's some that have to go in. So we've made it to the end of the work week, and we're starting the weekend only to get back up Monday and do it all over again. Hey, it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. If you're like me, you've been doing it a while, you know, hey, just a routine. Still good to work and then have the weekend off. Could be worse. It could be worse. I've been down that road before, folks. I have been down that road before. So it could be worse. So I try not to gripe and complain, but it's still a chore to get to the end of the work week and enjoy your weekend. So I hope everyone this weekend enjoys themselves. All right. Today's word of the day, dyed in the wool, which means having strong and uncompromising belief or opinions. Dyed in the wool. I have never, ever heard that before in my life. I ran across it this morning. I said, hey, why not? Give them something new. Try something different. Man, dyed in the wool. I have not heard that word before a day in my life. I honestly can tell you that. I kid you not. Maybe some of you have. I haven't. It's new to me. It is new to me. Hey, before I go any further, hit that like and subscribe button along with that bell icon so you can get notified when I drop these podcasts. Keep you in the loop. Hate for you guys to miss out. There's a lot of great, interesting topics we will be discussing and talking about, just like we got some pretty good ones today. Just do. But yeah, hit that like and subscribe button along with that bell icon. I'd love to hear some of your feedback and comments. Also, get in that comment section. Let me know what you guys think about the topics I have. You can suggest some new ones. Hey, maybe you might feel as though I need to just shut up and be quiet. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen, folks. It's not. It's not. Good Lord gave me this mouth, and I'm going to use it to the best of my ability. But still, get in that comment section. Let me know what you guys think. We can have a nice, calm, mature, adult discussion or disagreement. We're all adults. We are all adults. So get in that comment section. Let me know what you guys think also. Man, whew, the heat. We just reached a week of summer this past Thursday. And Wednesday, here in North Carolina, and much of the United States also, from top to bottom, side to side, coast to coast, it's a heat wave. I ain't even gonna lie to you folks, because Wednesday, that temp was 100, but the real feel was 105, and I felt every single bit of it. Wow. This heat, it ain't letting up for nothing. And it's not just going on in the South. I mean, it's going on the West Coast also. In the North, the Midwest, up north, Idaho and Iowa, they're experiencing Oklahoma and the Midwest, Nebraska, down to Texas. And they're saying Texas, it's excruciatingly humid and hot. Because Texas, just like every year, their temps are 100 for days. And they're going through it again. They're saying in Texas, man, the temps are 100. The real feel is like 110 to 115 at some point in time in some places. Wow. That's hot. This little measly 100 degrees we had here with a real feel of 105. It ain't nothing compared to Texas. I'll stay here in North Carolina. I just will. But fret not. What they're saying is, hey, the latter part of this weekend, Sunday, we could get some rain, possibly with some thunderstorms, and that's going to cool us off at least the first part of the week. Monday and Tuesday, they're saying temps, along with this rain that's coming through tomorrow, is going to be in the upper 80s. I'll take it. I will take it. But that's only temporary because by midweek going into the weekend, it's 100 degrees plus. It's bad. So I'll take those couple of days or 3 days of seasonably, what they call seasonably temps in the upper 80s, 90s. I will take it. I will take it with a little bit of shower, thunderstorms. I'll take it. I will take it. But man, this heat. I mean, hey, by all means, if you have to be out, limit your time outside, wear that sunscreen, put something on your head, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Can't emphasize that enough. Like I told you guys earlier in the week, ERs throughout this country, they're experiencing a high volume of heat-related illnesses and stress from folks that have been out in the heat for too long. So if you got to be out there, if you're one of those that work in the heat, if you can, try to limit your time outside. If you can't, hey, wear something on that head. Like I said, sunscreen and water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Water, Gatorade, now Pedialyte. I'm still puzzled over that one, but hey, it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. So, hey, take care of yourself and look in and check on folks too. The elderly, you know how they do. Check in on them. Make sure they're all right. And by all means, check on yourself. That heat exhaustion and heat stroke ain't no joke. It ain't to be played with. It ain't to be played with. So limit your time outside, folks. Be careful. Be careful. Please, by all means, by all means. Hey, let's move along. Hey, some sports and news. Woo-wee. This one, I won't say it surprised me because they've been talking about it for a while, and looks like it has finally happened. Thursday. Looks like the Los Angeles Lakers, they have acquired or they drafted Bronny James. He will be playing with his father, LeBron James. And it's the first time in NBA history, if not the history of all sports, that a father and son will be on the same professional team. And boy, have they started already. The haters, the naysayers, the complainers, the whiners. They're flat out calling it nepotism. But is it really nepotism? Or favoritism? Or a hookup? I mean, as a parent, isn't that what you do? You work and you grind so your child can have an opportunity to succeed. You lay the foundation and your child picks it up and builds upon it. I don't think it's nepotism. I just don't. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do as a father. He's put himself in position. And he's now putting his son in position. Stop the griping and the moaning, pissing and moaning, man. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. Me as a die-hard Lakers fan, I gotta say, I'm a little bit skeptical of this here, folks. Please don't turn my Los Angeles Lakers into a circus attraction. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But yeah, folks are complaining and they're calling it nepotism and saying, it's this, it's that, or whatever. But that's what that man is supposed to do as a father. He worked hard, he built himself up, and he's put himself in position, and now he's putting his son in position. I see nothing wrong with it. That's what people do. Hell, they do that in the business world. In politics, they do. It's just, I think this is just the first time we've actually seen it in sports. And it's kind of throwing folks for a loop. For some of us. Because when I first heard it did throw me for a loop a little bit. And I was like, well, what in the world? How is that going to work? But I ain't like these damn haters out here. They were just, they went in. He's not that good. Well, he does have some time to grow and mature. And maybe being on the squad with his dad will help him get there. He's not the best player. He's truthfully not. But he's young. He can develop. He can grow. Maybe being on the squad with his father will help him reach that level. I think folks just need something to complain about. They need something to gripe about. They really do, because this is nothing. This is nothing compared to what could be. Please Please give it a rest. Give it a rest. All right, moving right along here. Also, folks, oh boy, the debate took place for Thursday night. God. And as promised, it did not disappoint. Not one bit. Biden and Trump. Biden and Trump. President Joey Boy Biden and former President Donald, oh boy, Trump. Let's call him Donald, oh boy, Trump. Because every time he opens his mouth, you got to say to yourself, oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. And he didn't disappoint. He did not disappoint. But like many of you, you saw it. President Joe Biden was off. He wasn't a little off. He was off completely. He mumbled. He stumbled over his words. He even forgot what he wanted to say. Gave credence to President Trump's charges and allegations that he's been making the whole while that Joe he's not competent to be the president of the United States. If you saw that debate, because I'm sitting there and it didn't take long, folks. Didn't take long for that to kick in. The way he mumbled and stumbled over his words and flat out just froze trying to remember what he needed to say or wanted to say, because this debate was different. The candidates, first of all, there was no audience there. It was just the moderator and the two debaters. There was no, they couldn't bring their notes. There was no campaign team there. They couldn't have any communication with their campaign staff except during the breaks. So that could have threw him off. But I don't think so. Man, President Biden, he didn't look so good. He did not look so good. He did not. And the thing was, what I took from this debate, truthfully and honestly, there were like two old uncles sitting in the backyard arguing over their childhood and how one made their childhood worse than it should have been. Should have been. They were just like two old uncles or grandpas. Two grumpy old men just arguing, going back and forth, and they argued. I mean, they really did. Of course, President Biden brought up the fact that he was standing on stage with a convicted felon. Why not? It is what it is. It's the truth. And of course, former President Donald Trump, he tore into him about his son. Now the comment on the statements he was making about his President Biden's son, I think it got under his skin because they got into it. President Trump had called his son a sucker, and Biden responded with, "You're a stupid sucker." It riled him up. So they were arguing, going back and forth. They didn't do it the whole debate, but when they started, it was worth the wait. Because they looked like two grumpy old men arguing, going back and forth. They just did. They really did. Like I said, I didn't really get anything out of the debate. I mean, the debate was more entertaining than anything. And another thing that came out because of Biden's what it oftentimes seems like he was lost. Secretly, they're saying behind closed doors, even though publicly, excuse me, the Democrats saying they're behind them 100%. There are some they're saying behind closed doors that are saying, wait a minute, we might need to get rid of him and get somebody else up there to run. You might need to. I'll tell you, if you didn't see that debate, you need to find somewhere where you can stream it or look at it and make your own opinion. Because what I saw Thursday night, wow, just wow. He was not on point. He was not on his game. President Trump, he joked before he got there about how President Biden was at Camp David training and conditioning for the debate. I don't think that helped. I don't think it helped at all. If it was supposed to help, How can you help if he's truthfully having problems remembering things? He's not there. Now, as far as what I said previous about the, certain members of the Democratic Party behind closed doors saying they quite possibly need to get somebody else to run, I think it's a little too late for that. But we all know who would be next up in line, the vice president, Kamala Harris. Will they drop President Biden? I doubt it. That would just throw everything into a whirlwind, a tizzy, a hissy fit. That won't happen. They won't drop him. They're not going to drop him. They're just not. Um, will he win the election? Because what happened, CNN did a poll, and when they conducted their poll, it was like 60 some odd, almost 70% for Trump and 30 something percent for President Biden. So if that election was to happen Thursday night, quite possibly could have went to President Trump. And many are saying, oh, Lord. So if the Democratic Party is really looking at the numbers or thinking about the numbers and the people, they may quite possibly try to get someone else, but I doubt it. Like I said, that's too late. It is too late for that. Yeah, those two got up there, man. They were arguing. They went back and forth, yelling, screaming. I was like, oh my God, these fools even started arguing about that golf game. I said, is that what you guys are really going to talk about? Your golf game? Dude, who cares? The country's in damn near in turmoil, and you two fools, you old fools, are standing up there arguing about a golf game. A golf game that half of the large majority of the population in the United States don't do, can't afford to do. You guys are rich. You can play golf. You argue about your average, your swing, type of golf clubs you use, what course you go to. I think both of you are out of touch. To be honest, I don't care how much you try to make it seem like you're relevant and you're up to date. You're both out of touch. And it showed Thursday night, the way you two argued and the way you argued about a golf game. Who cares? I don't care. I got bigger fish to fry. I just do. Now, of course, President Biden, he taunted how good the economy's doing. And of course, President Trump said, no, it's not doing that good. He has destroyed the economy. I left him in a good shape. And he came in and he destroyed the economy. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Maybe it was because of COVID, because that came up also, in which President Trump said, hey, I'm not saying, he didn't say I had COVID under control, but I had a handle on it. And things were going fine. The economy was booming. Stock market was doing yada, 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 this, that, shish, boom, bah. Biden said, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I didn't. Hey, there was some things we had to, things happened because of COVID. I honestly thought the debate was just a circus, like I said it was going to be, and like it was. I didn't get any clarity on what their true plans were if elected, either one of them, what their plans were to get this country back to where it needs to be, because the cost of living is through the roof. The economy, they're saying, is doing great, but inflation, they said that's getting better. But the cost of goods and services in this country is ridiculous. I'm sorry. The cost of groceries. They said now what would one time, I believe the analysis or comparison some analysts used was groceries that would one point in time would cost 100, now cost 120. I don't know where you shop at, but that one, for me personally, that 100 one-time thing, it ain't now at 120. It's going towards 160, if not $200, just to buy groceries. So you're out of touch. Also, your analysis, you guys that do these analysis, you're out of touch. The two presidential candidates are obviously and completely and utterly out of touch. I don't know where you're getting this thing about the economy's doing well. Show me, and show these other Americans that are struggling out here day to day that are working, and then I'll shut my damn mouth. I think all of you are off your damn rockers. You have hidden agendas. You're doing what you want to do, saying what you want to say. And if you're, as a citizen, aren't up on your game, you're going to fall victim and believe that it's actually the truth, which is beyond me. Because like I said, if you're working every day and you're getting up and you're getting out and you're trying to provide for your family, you know what they say is a damn lie. Because I know it's a damn lie. I don't care if it's a Democrat. I don't care if it's a Republican. I don't care if they're black, white, octoroon, maroon, bilateral, whatever. You're a lie. This economy ain't doing well. The cost of living is ridiculous. It ain't through the roof. It's ridiculous. The price of buying groceries is ridiculous. The price of rent is ridiculous. So miss me with this partisan crap you have going on where you stand on this soapbox and you taunt and praise and pat yourself on the back or pat your party on the back and say we're making strides, we're doing good. No, it ain't. You guys ain't doing nothing. There, I said it. And I'll stand by it. Yeah, $100 is now $120. No, it ain't. Man, that's $160, almost $200 easy just to get food in the house for your family. In comparison to where it was 3 or 4 years ago, before COVID. Yeah, so that debate was a circus. It was a buffoonish clown show. I didn't get anything from either one of them. Que sera, sera. That's the way it is, folks. Now, like I said, a lot of Democrats are saying, hey, President Biden might have to step down. Will he? Are you guys ready to go that route? We'll see. We will see. But yeah, that debate was horrible. It was humorous, but it was horrible. As far as getting a clear understanding of what they plan to do or what they're going to do or how the country is really and truthfully going and doing, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. From my personal observation, not just from that debate, but from both administrations, and more particularly with this administration here, the Biden administration, I think a lot of money is going to fund these wars and conflicts in foreign lands. I think a lot of money is being used to house those that are coming across the border. It's been proven. I mean, money's being wasted. Money's being wasted. The economy is looking horrible. And you guys can't get you can't get it together. You can't convince me otherwise. After that debate, I got to be honest with you, I was kind of amused, but I was disgusted also. Because like I said, you're telling me the economy is doing good, it's getting better, but it ain't. Because I'm out here every day and I'm going to buy groceries or whatever or what have you and paying for things, and it's skyrocketing. And I know there's a lot of you out there that are going to say, hey, it was the Republicans. I know a lot of you will say, hey, it was the Democrats. I don't care who it was. Just don't lie to me. Don't bull jive me and tell me that it's gotten better when it hasn't. It just hasn't. There's no way in the world you can convince me that it has. It just hasn't. It's gotten worse. It ain't got a little better. It's gotten worse. So what, you guys dropped the price of gas and now we're supposed to be hooping and hollering and going on family vacation? How can we go on family vacation? We're broke. So you drop the price of gas and boom, the economy's doing better. No, it ain't. It just ain't. It just ain't. It just ain't. Maybe I haven't seen it yet. Maybe the trickle-down theory hasn't trickled down to me. Well, if it hasn't trickled down to me, it hasn't trickled down to a lot more Americans, and they ain't too pleased. And I know they weren't pleased by what they saw Thursday, because that was horrible. That was trash. It was. I sat there and I'm looking and I'm listening and I'm thinking, these two old fools ain't got a damn clue of what's going on. They don't. Whether Democrat or Republican. I don't care who you are. They don't. They're both out of touch. and it should be out of time. That's why I say I support those term limits. I support age restrictions on these candidates. I support the term limits also. I'll say it till the cows come home. You don't need to be in there 20 some odd years affecting change for future generations. And we're talking generations 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 generations down the line. And you've been in there 20 some odd years and you just screwed everything up. I'm sorry, you don't need to be in your late 70s or 80s running the country because your cognitive skills are off. It showed Thursday night with President Biden. You don't need to be 78 years old running for president or being the president because you're out of touch. Showed Thursday night when Donald Trump started arguing with President Biden about their golf game. Seems to be all you can do is make witty remarks. I tell you, it's like somebody, they're like somebody's uncle. They're an old uncle. Those old uncles you want to keep away whenever you have company come over. You don't want them around. And we saw that Thursday night. We just did. So vote how you want to vote. Vote your conscience. If you're a Republican and you're going to vote for Donald Trump, vote for Donald Trump. If you're Democrat and you're going to vote for President Biden because you don't want Donald Trump back in there, vote. Good luck. I don't have any dog in the fight. I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't. Those are the presidential candidates. Good Lord. Sweet baby Jesus, help us all. Help us all, Father. Help us. All right. Let's go get it. Man, hey, wow. Got one more day in June. And that would be the end of Men's Health Month. So we got to talk about some things here today. And I decided we're going to talk about cardiovascular disease. Hey, it's something that affects us all, whether black or white, young or old even. Because there's some young ones that experience it or are experiencing cardiovascular disease and they may not know. Of course, you know, hey, it's based off your lifestyle. Like all of these diseases that I talked about, or illness or ailments that I talked about, it's your lifestyle. Yeah, there are some that could be genetically enhanced or genetically brought on, but the majority of it is your lifestyle choices. What we eat, what we drink, what we smoke, lack of exercise. Yeah, it's lifestyle choices. So folks got to change their lifestyle. Your heart or heart disease, I should say, it's a heart and blood vessel disease, cardiovascular disease, that includes numerous problems, many of which are related to arteriosclerosis. Now, you're saying to yourself, why? What in the world is arteriosclerosis? Arteriosclerosis, excuse me, can't get it out. That's pretty much the hardening of your arteries, plaque buildup, cholesterol from fatty foods. It can come from fatty foods, cellular waste products, calcium, and fibrin, which I said, what the world is fibrin? Now, fibrin is a clotting material in the blood that hardens. It's a clotting material in the blood. Arteriosclerosis is a type of arteriosclerosis. It means, of course, like I said, the hardening of the walls, plaque buildup. The diet, the food we put in, and of course, like I said, the calcium buildup. Lack of exercise is of course a biggie. That's really, for me, I think the lack of exercise is where it starts. Lack of being physically active. Now, cardiovascular disease and this hardening of the arteries, of course, we all know it leads to a heart attack. Now, a heart attack occurs when when the blood flow to a part of the heart is blocked by a blood clot or arteriosclerosis. If this clot cuts off the blood flow completely, the part of the heart muscles supplied by the artery begins to die. Now, what they said is that most people survive the first heart attack and they return to their normal lives. How? They change their lifestyle. They realize, hey, I took it for granted. My heart is weak, but I can make it strong. You can make it strong. How do you make it strong after you've had a heart attack? They're saying by medication and lifestyle changes. It's all about how bad you want to change it. You want to work it. You want to change yourself. You want to change. You want to get yourself back together. I would imagine that a heart attack would scare the mess out of me. It just would. I know it would. It would scare the living daylights out of me to have a heart attack. It's your heart. Your heart has stopped working. Now, another thing that comes about because of cardiovascular disease is stroke. We all know about strokes. We've talked about strokes numerous times here on This Is Just a Thought. Now, this occurs when a blood vessel that feeds the brain gets blocked. Comes from that cardiovascular disease also. You know, there's this campaign that is going on that says, know the signs of a stroke. You better know. You better know the signs of a stroke. You know, slurred speech, blurry vision, you're slow moving, but the slurred speech is probably the biggest indicator of you've had a stroke or you're getting ready to have a stroke. Right up there with their, you know, I know you've seen folks that their mouth appears to be twisted when they have had a stroke or are having a stroke. But that slurred speech, that's the tell-all sign that you're having a stroke. Another thing with cardiovascular disease is heart failure. Sometimes it's called congestive heart failure, which means the heart isn't pumping blood as well as it should. And heart failure does not mean that the heart stops beating. That's a popular misconception. Instead, it's saying that the heart doesn't just stop beating. The heart keeps working, but the body's need for blood and oxygen isn't being met. Heart failure can get worse if untreated. So I always thought that a heart failure means it's just like a heart attack, your heart stopped working. No, the heart hasn't stopped working with heart failure. It just means that the heart has to now work, but your body isn't getting the blood it needs. So your heart has to work harder, has to pump. Wow. Cardiovascular disease, you know, they're saying that the numbers have risen drastically. Yes, they have. They have. And will it get better? Well, that's all up to me and you. What we plan to do about that. How do we plan to change that? Change our lifestyles. For me, I got to get more physically active and I got to stop smoking those damn cigarettes. Yeah, I have to stop smoking those damn cigarettes. I ain't gonna say it's the number one cause, but it helps. It just does. So, you know, we got to change our lifestyles. Us as men, we are so hard-headed. We just are. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm hard-headed too. I am. I'm extremely hard-headed. You can't tell me nothing. You just can't. You ain't gonna tell me nothing, no matter what. You're not gonna tell me what to do, how to do it, whatever the case may be. I ain't gonna do it till I'm ready. It's pretty bullheaded, foolish outlook of life and how it works. Makes no sense. So I'm changing. I have gotten better. I've also made some lifestyle changes I'm working on. But my health now, I see and I realize at 50, it's extremely important. I got to start taking care of myself. I can't continue the old lifestyle I had when I was in my 20s and 30s. I ain't 20 no more. I'm not 30. I can't stay up all night drinking and whatever and running around like a fool and think that I'm going to be able to be productive and live a long, prosperous life. It don't work like that. We all know that. We've all heard the tales. We all know some people. But if I could say anything to anyone out there that's listening, as far as it goes with you and your health, especially with this cardiovascular disease, um, change your lifestyle. I mean, I'm not going to stand on this soapbox and browbeat you guys and wag my finger and look down over the rim of my glasses at you, because I have some problems and some things that I need to work on also. But you got to make a change. You got to start somewhere. Start small. It may be something as simple as when I say get physically active, maybe you just, hey, when you're sitting in the house doing nothing, get down and do some push-ups, sit-ups, stretches. As long as you do something, you start somewhere, I think you'll be just fine. You'll get in a habit. You'll get in the groove. All these bad habits we have, they're called habits because we started and we continued and we did them over a period of time till they became normal to us. So we need to make being physically active and eating better normal also, a normal habit also. The intake of vegetables needs to be a priority, especially when you're 50, man. I'm telling you, when you hit 50, if you ain't got no vegetables, fruits and vegetables in your life, buddy, you get ready to have a hard go at it. When I say change your eating habits, like I said, fruits and vegetables. Cut back on that red meat, those steaks, that ground hamburger. Cut back. Cut back on it. And like I've told you guys before numerous times, I was a big steak eater. I've cut back. I can't even, truthfully, honestly, I can't even tell you the last time I've had a steak. It might be close to a year, if not a year. I had to let it go. Well, I ain't gonna say I let it go completely, but I had to cut back. Here it is, the summertime, and I have not put a steak on the grill yet. Odd for me. It is. It's very odd for me. I usually would have about 2 or 3 of them out there, especially for Father's Day. I would have had me a grilled steak with the potatoes and all the works. Got to cut that out. That's the cholesterol. Your cholesterol plays a huge part in this cardiovascular disease. Just does. Like I said, that atherosclerosis, hardening of artery walls, plaque buildup, one of the causes is cholesterol, high cholesterol level. Eating the wrong foods, not being active. So it's just something that we have to change and we really have to work on, slowly but surely. Like I said, those habits didn't start overnight. You worked yourself to that point, and now you got to work yourself up out of it. Get away from it, man. Just to change your lifestyle, change your eating habits. Get active. Get out, walk. I don't know about walking in this heat though. Good Lord, man. Yeah, don't go out. Don't make a decision today and say I'm going to get physically active and then go out there and try to work out or run or walk in this heat. And you ain't did it in years. That could be a bad decision. But you got to start somewhere. It just start small. At some point in time, do something. They say if you exercise for up to 15 to 20 or 30 minutes for 2 or 3 days during the week, that's a start. Yes, it is. It's a start. And that 15-minute every 2 days or every other day or whatever, pretty soon it'll turn to 30 minutes. And that 30 will turn to 40. Then an hour. Got to get active. That's where a lot of these ailments come from for us as men. And also another thing, we as men, we need to do these routine doctor's visits and screenings. I was scrolling through my social media feed on Instagram the other day, and there's a comedian slash actor that was getting a colonoscopy. I want to say it was Faison Love, I believe. I believe it was, no, it wasn't Faison Love. It was Ari Spears. You remember Ari Spears from Mad TV? You remember that comedy sketch show? It was Ari Spears, and he had said that he was getting a colonoscopy. He was reluctant at first about getting it because, and I really didn't touch on this, but yeah, this is a problem in the black community. Not to get off the cardiovascular disease, but hey, we're ending the month with for Men's Health Month, so we're going to talk about everything. Ari Spears was getting his colonoscopy or prepping to get it or had just got it. And he said he was hesitant to get it because of the fear that goes into the black community about homosexuality. Not making light of that because there's a lot of men out there that fear that I don't know how, I don't know why. The thinking is that if they get a colonoscopy, then it gives the appearance of being gay. I thought I heard all mounds of foolishness in my days, but that just may be the foolishness of all foolishness that I've heard. And he's not the only one that has said it because I've heard it before. But for me, that wasn't even, that never entered my mind. I needed to find out what, if anything, was going on with my body. So if you're out there and you're a male or black male or white male or Asian, Hispanic, or whatever, what have you, if you're of that mindset or you're of that belief that getting a colonoscopy or a prostate exam is going to give you the appearance of being gay, you're a whole damn fool. You're a whole fool. You know how idiotic that sounds? You could have something going on with you inside your body that could be corrected or maintained, or it could be found early to wipe it out, erase it away, and you're worried about whether you're going to appear to be gay. How about you appear to be dead? Sorry to put it out there like that. But if you have that mindset, those are the only two options. You look gay or you die. If that's your only two options, man, I look gay. I'm sorry, I just will. Like I said, when I went for my colonoscopy, that was the least of my worries. I'm like, hey man, do what you guys got to do. Come on, let's get it over with. I'm none too thrilled with it. I was none too thrilled with the process either. But hey, it had to be done. I had to know what was going on with my body. It's your body. These little social ills and stereotypes. At 50 years old, 50 years old, you shouldn't care how you look or what someone thinks about you at all. You have bigger fish to fry. You have more things to worry about than your social appearance to someone and the appearance of you're gay or you're thinking that you're gay because you're going to get your body checked on. So I still, by the way, hats off to Ari Spears. Like I said, he's saying that was the reason for his reluctance or hesitation. Sorry, for getting that colonoscopy, but he did it anyway. Yeah, somebody probably got in his ear. It's like, man, if you don't take your candy, come on, don't shortchange yourself. Worried about your appearance or what you appear to be. I mean, come on. At 50, you're still worried about how you look, I mean, how people perceive you, and you know, in your heart of hearts, deep in your mind, you ain't been taking care of yourself. You don't go to these doctor's visits. You're not getting those screenings. You're not exercising. You have bad eating habits. You have bad drinking habits. You're drinking alcohol like crazy. You're smoking cigarettes like crazy. And you worried about whether or not someone's going to think you're gay because you go get a colonoscopy or a prostate exam. Yeah, you're a whole fool. There I said it. There I said it. So take care of yourself. Don't worry about what it appears or what it looks like. Uh, get those routine doctor's visits. Go to them. Get those screenings also. Talk to your friends, your male friends. Let them know, hey, it's okay, man. It's got to be done. Um, we want to be around here a long time also. Don't shortchange yourself and change your lifestyle. All right, I'm gonna go on and get out of here. I'm gonna go on and skedaddle. I would like to thank you all for lending me your ears this morning. Continue to like, support, share, get in that comment section. Let me know what you guys think about, hey, LeBron and his son, the first father and son duo in any of professional sports, I believe, to play on the same team. Let me know what you guys think about that. Is that nepotism? Is it favoritism, or did his daddy just do what he was supposed to do, which was lay the foundation to get his son there? I think he did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. And also, hey, let me know what you guys think about that debate. Am I wrong? Am I wrong when I say that those two presidential candidates, President Biden and former President Trump, are out of touch? And so are their advisors and any and everyone that says the economy is getting better, is doing good, we're turning things around, and the price of goods have gone down. Am I wrong when I say that I think they're full of, you know what? Let me know what you guys think. And by all means, by this being the end of Men's Health Month, uh, get in that comment section. Let me know what you guys are doing for yourself as far as getting your life and your health in order. Because along with our physical health, our mental health needs to be addressed also. Talked about that earlier in a previous podcast about mental health issues that men are facing. Because just like I just told you about Aries Spears, and a lot of men, black men in our community that are fearful of going to the doctor and getting that colonoscopy or that prostate exam because they're in fear that they may appear to be gay. Oh, wow, you're killing yourself. And that kind of sort of ties into that mental health aspect, the stigma of that. We don't want to talk about things. We don't want to go and sit down and talk to someone or talk to a friend or pastor or whatever, what have you, because we don't want to give the appearance of being weak. So we don't want to give the appearance of being weak, and we don't want to give the appearance of being gay or homosexual, I should say. I think that's the politically correct term now. Boy, you're a whole fool. We're all kinds of screwed up as men if you're under that impression and your health is deteriorating and you know it. I can honestly tell you, me, myself, and I, at 50, I could care less whether or not I'm socially accepted or not. I could give a bare baboon's bottom, whether you like me, whether you accept me, whether you think that I'm gay or straight. All I'm concerned with is me, myself, and I, and how I am doing, health-wise and mentally. I don't know how some of you guys made it this far in life, worrying about what the next person thinks about you, how the next person perceives you. And maybe it's me. Maybe it's just my introverted only child self because I never really and truthfully fit in, and I really and truthfully never cared. I could care less. Maybe I am a loner. I'll take it. Maybe I am an introvert, and maybe I'm not an alpha male. Maybe I'm a beta male. I believe that's what they call when you're not an alpha male. Maybe I am a beta male. I am a beta male. I am an introvert. I don't care. I don't care to fit in, and I certainly don't care to fit in when it comes to my health. Whatever I got to do to make sure my health physically and mentally is up to par, I will do. I don't care about the outward appearance to those around me or others that I don't know. Don't care. So, anything I can say to you, men, take care of yourself. Take care of your health. Go to these doctor's visits. Get these screenings also. Get physically active. Get off of that couch. Do something. Like I told you guys in an earlier podcast, when you're down and out, when you're sick, folks ain't going to come check on you. They ain't gonna want to be around you. You're a drain. And they could care less. But I tell you guys, the first thing they're gonna say, he should have taken better care of himself. And they are gonna say it. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Because I've heard it. I did. Sparked a fire, baby. Sparked a fire under my you know what. And I realized at that moment, Stephen, take care of yourself first. Just do. So, hey, get in that comment section. Let me know what you guys think about these topics I talked about today. And as always, I want to thank you all for listening to. This is Just a Thought with Stephen Corner Gay. Amen.